Welcome to the OTech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on technologies. You will hear the latest tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Based on your time zone, this is Kashif Manzoor with OTechTalks.tv. This is the podcast which we jointly run together with the core objective of learning and sharing with each other on the latest trends, technology, and digital transformation for our organizations. Today is the 55 session which we are running, I think so, and let me recheck it. I think this is 56th number podcast, and we will continue our journey where we were on the digital transformation, which we have discussed till now, starting from what digital transformation is, what are the objectives, and why organizations need to have a digital transformation, and all those areas which we covered till now in different podcasts, starting from session number 40. And we will continue this journey of learning and sharing with each other. If you want to have clarity on digital transformation, please go to www.otechtalks.tv. Under the podcast, you will find sessions starting from 39 till 53, 54, which talks about all the aspects of digital transformation in different businesses. Today, our topic is on the common recipes for digital transformation. You name it, a blueprint for digital transformation or a framework for digital transformation. What is happening and how the different organizations are doing it. Once again, thank you so much for your feedback till now. I love the comments and the feedback on the areas of learning and improvements and the sharing of different topics. Please keep doing it, and let's now dive into the digital transformation topics of today. As we all understand, the digital transformation blueprint, what it is basically, it will help us to evaluate opportunities, to formalize a plan or a roadmap for how and when an organization will make strategic headways to core systems and processes in alignment with our overall business transaction or business transformation. Now, a digital transformation framework is a overall set of direction and certain boundaries of the transformation campaign or transformation program or project. It allows stakeholders to focus on the core issues irrespective of the particular strategy they choose. And the digital transformation strategy has a smaller scope which describe particular steps an organization need to take in order to transform. In fact, several transformation strategies are possible within a single framework. So today, our focus is to work on a framework to find out what are the different insights or different frameworks available in the market and how the successful player in digital transformations are doing it. A digital transformation framework is a blueprint, a tool used across an organization that guides all levels of the organization through the business transformation journey. We can call it a framework for digital transformation or a recipes or a digital transformation blueprint. What it does, it's basically chalking down such a framework for organization which will help them, rather than reacting to the changes happening across in the business, to control the changes, to control their business and decide it the way they want it and that they can lead to the business. However, there's no framework that fits to every organization and every business. Let's be clear on it, that it's not that you get today framework and then it's going to apply it everywhere. So these are set of tools, or set of processes, or set of methods. So organizations have to blueprint their own business transformation framework. So based on overall broader spectrum framework, then you need to blueprint it based on your strategy, your customer, and your employees. This is very important. The ultimate objective of any business is to continuously improve its product and services to meet the changing needs of its customers. That's why we need to enforce businesses to volte-face their work to continuously improve business, which eventually help them to increase margins and decrease cost throughout this transformation. That's why each and every organization need to start following or crafting their blueprint of digital. It will not only arms an organization to improve its operations, but also accepts and executes innovative and disruptive strategies for businesses. These strategies enable the organization to strive in the rapidly changing market conditions that are highly influenced by changing customer expectations, technologies, and new business models. In this current era of disruption, the biggest challenge, transformation, does not happen overnight. Let's be clear it within ourselves. To do it successfully, the whole organization have to have capabilities which they can put in action, and then successful digital transformation relies on a well-tested frameworks that can be adopted by an organization who have achieved such business transformation or who wanted to achieve it. Now, the leadership of organization need to always have this famous statement in their mind. And this famous statement, which is, I love it, Rome wasn't built in a day. Similar to this one, this digital transformation is not a one project or one program which will focus on either employee or a process or a technology, and then you're over with that. It's a journey. That's why frameworks are very important, so that you have your blueprint in place based on the framework, and then you start working on it rather than doing it very randomly, starting from one process and or going into without any clue where you're heading it. So that's what I feel is this we in this stage we are lucky, whatever organization or whoever you are from whichever organization, that there are no frameworks available. And what you need to expect from the digital transformation framework, that how it will help or how it will help to achieve. The main aim of digital transformation framework is to create a sense of order aimed the cohesive. Some of the insights or some of the how digital transformation framework will help your business, your organization to achieve the digital transformation. So which we can say primarily there are four benefits, or we can say we can achieve by following the digital transformation frameworks. You will use digital transformation framework to analyze your core strategy. What problem are you trying to solve? Where do you want to see your business in 5 years, 10 years, or maybe on 3 years only? What is it that you do differently than your competition? That's point number one, what we want to achieve from the framework. Two, to use a framework to analyze our customers. How high is the demand for your product or a service? What is your customer's intent or what they want to have? Understand their requirement, and then you can meet that need. That's the second objective. Third objective is Use a framework for digital transformation to evaluate your competitors. Who are they? What is the size of their business? What is making them unique? How do they rank online? What is their business model? This data will help you to find out the actual reason about your competition. And then the fourth number, you can use a framework of digital transformation to examine what resources you have available. This is also called a digital maturity model or digital maturity level in your organization. What are the processes, what are the applications, what the software, hardware, all this area. And how you leverage them to get what you need from the business transformation. Your resources, including time, skills, and budget, will determine your digital transformation journey. So these are the four objectives I feel we want to get from the digital transformation framework. Now, if we will go in a more detail from a different digital transformation frameworks which are available with us, there is a famous one starting from McKinsey to Gartner and then even BCG, Cognizant, and there's so many organizations are doing it for that one. So let's go through broadly 3-4 frameworks, and then I will leave up to you, and I will add all the links in the show notes that you can go ahead and read it very clearly, and that those will help you to find out your framework and then document it and then adjust it according to you, to your business. Let's take first, which is BCG 3-part framework for digital transformation, which based on they're helping different organizations, different regions, they have developed a framework which consists of 3 critical components, which they call funding the journey, which is revenue opportunities, organizational simplicity, capital efficiency, cost-effective targets, or quick wins. That's funding the journey, how you will fund this digital transformation. Second, winning in the medium term, how the growth will look like, business model innovation, do you need to bring a new business model or target operating model, or even end-to-end lean process. The third component of the BCG transformation framework is organizing for sustained performance, which covering leading from the front, talent and capability building, organizational design, performance culture, HR as a strategic partner, change management. So all this comprised to give you strong and sustainable value creation for digital transformation. And I will put it in the show notes, which when you can go ahead on that bcg.com where you will 3-part transformation framework. Now, if we will go into our next framework, which is digital transformation at McKinsey, how they categorized it. So according to McKinsey framework, what they named it 4 Ds of digital transformation. And they named it or categorized these 4 Ds are discover, design, deliver, and de-risk. When they say discover, this stage involves developing your business strategy based on insights. Design, this stage includes the creation and prototyping of breakthrough experiences focusing on the customer journey. Deliver, in the delivery stage, your company should develop a network of partners who can help you scale rapidly. And de-risk, in this stage, you should structure the reinvention process to minimize risk. So when used all, these digital improvement in one part of the organization can enhance the whole value chain. For example, improved connectivity with customers can lead to the new digital products and services. Or even upgrading a digital channel can drive a significant improvement in the customer data richness. And ultimately, it will enhance the marketing effectiveness. So all these are the different with the 4 Ds of digital transformation. Discover, design, deliver, and de-risk. And I will again add the links to the show note where you can go ahead and have a detailed discussion, because in the podcast, in this session, I'm giving you the highlights of the digital transformation frameworks. Now, there's another framework, which is Digital Business Transformation Framework, a conceptual framework from Global Center for Digital Business Transformation. It was an initiative from IMD and Cisco together. And what they did, how they put together, is starting from a very basic question: why transform, what to transform, and how to transform. And that covers all areas of digital transformation. Starting from how you need to define it based on your organization. We know digital business transformation is organizational change through the use of digital technologies and business models to improve performance. But eventually, we need to define it. What is it? Organizational change? Is it a digital technologies only change, or is it a business model change? All this we need to define it. Or do we need to improve performance? All these are the part of the component why transform. And then if we go into why transform, is a question where it talks about based on your industry, or even when we say why transform, there are a number of questions you need to ask. And I think this is one of the key attributes of why to transform. Maybe you need to put it in part of the framework so that you can get answers to all three questions. That why, how is the last one, why, what to transform, and how to transform. Now, if you will take an example of why to transform, it can be an example like business model, how you make money. Then we need to ask ourselves. It can be structure, how you're organized. It can be people, the people who work for you. And process, how you do things. IT capability, what the capabilities or information you have. And even it can be offering your products and services. All these areas which we need to come together, put together. And based on these processes, what they did the digitization of piano applied to Burberry, which based on business model, structure, people, processes, IT capability, offerings, and engagement. So these are the 7 categories which they called it into the business transformation framework. So another framework from a Cognizant digital transformation framework, which is based on, again, product, process and systems, organization, customer. And then they group into, if they talk about product, is it connected products? Is it pay-per use? Is it predictive usage? Digitized product and services? Are it product-centric and standard platforms? Or is it agile approaches to work? Or anytime, anywhere, any device, dynamic partner ecosystem, digital collaboration, omni-channel. So broadly, the 4 areas: digitize the customer experience, digitize the organization, digitize operation, and digitize product and services. So that's the digital transformation framework from the Cognizant. Now, if we summarize about the frameworks, and then there are other frameworks are also available from different sources, which help you to define and plan your digital transformation journey. The key point on the frameworks is what we are observing from the experience is that organizations often develop or adopt their frameworks from the material they encounter or from wherever they get it. But they fail to make it living artifact or an active or alive document. which help them to capture lessons learned and teach those that must join in and continue the journey. So if the framework you're just copying it for the sake of framework, then there's no point to use the framework. So it's an active artifact or the live document where you will put or you will realign based on your organization so that it will help you to achieve on the digital transformation journey rather than just focusing on the framework. And eventually, the objective of the framework is which will help us how we can reinvent our business. Do we want to make it fully digitized, or we want to develop a core business model, or we want to launch a digital businesses. So all these are the areas which will help us this framework to help to decide it. And then it can go in a more detail that even if you're working on an operating model or even on the business models, what is our culture within the organization based on, or even how we are using data within the organization to achieve our sales or marketing. So all these are areas are part of any digital transformation journey. But the framework is a set of tools, a process, or steps which will govern the overall strategy. Right, with you, let's go back to the show notes where you will get all the information on the digital transformation journey. Anyone, I think I missed it about another framework which is available from the Gartner, which is the digital business framework, which again covers strategy, determining your digital journey, scope, ambition, which business model or styles to pursue, which industry you are, what is your roadmap for the digital journey, what are the KPIs to monitor, then talking about people, organization, leadership, culture, technology, design a digital business technology platform, or even evolve your technology landscape to build out a digital technology platform. So all these are areas are part of the framework which you will be doing it. And if you go back to our earlier sessions where we talk about why digital transformation, what is for me, how to win at digital transformation, how to overcome the challenges, and even what is the role of enterprise architects, or even human resources, or even the digital transformation business case to develop it. So all these areas will help assist you to work on the digital transformation project. Thank you so much for joining the session and look forward to meet you or talk to you in person in different conferences or on the social media. Feel free to reach me back or send your message, comments on otechtalks.tv. Just to reiterate the overall objective with us to share and learn from each other. These are all personal thoughts based on the material available from different sources. And I will put in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining and listening to the podcast. Have a wonderful and blessed life ahead.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.